Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are going to be playing some Gruul aggro, Gruul Slickshot here with the Demonic Ruckus kind of combo with it and the Picnic Ruiner to come in over the top and be just an absolute thumper. The main thing we're trying to do is establish a early threat like Scamp if we can, even trade it off with some early threats that happens quite often. Other than that, maybe a Swift Spear. Swift Spear is weirdly like the worst creature in our deck, but other than that, we have the Snakeskin Veil as our protection spell today. It's a 1/1 counter that you control and against hexproof, so it's kind of nice. I have some thoughts about it in the outro, but what's our main game plan? What we're trying to do? Trying to hit our opponent as hard as we possibly can in one given turn, and this deck does a very good job at that. There's one thing I will bring up before we get into the matches is that these 3 rock ball veils were Thran portals. But with the amount of aggro that is currently in best of 1, having Thran Portal along with this forest here is actually costing me games. I got hit for exactly lethal with lethal on the back end. Like I was going to be able to swing for lethal the other way. But I've died to exactly lethal like 2 times. And that's because my only lands in hand or in play were the ping lands. And I took like 4 or 5 damage from them against my aggro matchups. Without them, I'd be like 2 more positive here, but I actually ended up falling down 2 more games. So I just put in the Rock Veil. I'd rather be a turn slower to some extent than just straight up losing because I'm taking damage too much. So outside of that, let's go ahead and hop into the games, see how they go, and I'll see you out there. I don't know. I just don't feel like we can let Questing Druid go here. Arena running as smoothly as ever. It'll warm up, don't worry, it's fine. I swear Arena needs like warm up time. No, it's not even a joke. My hand's majority red, so we just do that. Let's attack. 2 red mana open, maybe. Oh, plotting. See, we're good for nature. We plot plants, or we plot bird wizards. Get them in the grass. We let them go. I don't know what I'm saying, by the way. But they're going to gain probably up to 22 here, it looks like. Which is absolutely tough. Down to 17. Are we dead to the one creature's turn? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13. No. Well, we're like trying to be though. Yeah, I think I feel like we have to kind of go for it here. As strong as he is. Bad draw there. Makes me want to just Questing Druid on instep and really barrel it next turn. If it gets cased though. I don't think I could play towards that. Yeah, I really have to Questing Druid here. Hope I hit well and then go from there. Kind of weird that I haven't used this monster rage. Scary stuff, scary stuff. Ding, ding. Scary stuff, scary stuff. Ding, ding. What in the world are they doing? I feel pretty confident in our game plan now. Attack out. The Swift Spear can't get you. Look. Killing. Hits you for like 2 last turn. Not scary. Attack out. You got nothing to worry about. Nope. Nothing at all. Just all of them. I'll give it trample anyway. So smart. Like, why not leave him 1 back? Honestly, I respect that. We take some damage here. Let me basically whiff. My lord! What is that? Oh, this sucks, bro. This is so bad. Oh man. What? Questing Druid with the betrayal, dude. That's insane. That is insane, bro. Yeah. Uh-huh. And now I'm just like dead. Yeah, that makes sense. I messed around too long, man. I pretty much had lethal lined up. I just missed so bad. My opponent goes first. We have a creature plus a creature. Like fine. And we have a snakeskin veil to like protect Swift Spear, so I'm pretty cool with keeping this hand. Like, if we want to protect it regardless. Fighting against Phoenix? What's happening? The spear. Hit. Pass. Blue red. Pirates? I mean, when I see sleight of hand, I think of blue red, but here. If I get to use Snakeskin Veil as a counter spell, I will. Oops, my hand sucks. Sure. Got the card on top and drew it. Okay. Sure. So they're blue-red Slickshot. Yes. I don't think I'm gonna see him commit here. Demonic Ruckus plotting. Yeah. Figuring the format out, team. Gotta be expensive, huh? They both just had to be expensive cards. Wild. Can I plot this? No, you cannot plot from the exiles in. You may pay 2 to exile this card, cast it. Okay, I didn't know, to be honest with you. Do I go ham? Cause like, I kind of need to, but they're definitely a removal spell deck. And this doesn't give indestructible. I mean, I guess if they remove it, like I get benefits from it. And if we're both in just like slingshot mode, where we're both just flying our creatures at each other, I think I'll be upset that I didn't attack there. But it's very possible I'm dead. I don't know if they can get 19 here. But yeah, sure. Dude, why do I keep drawing so many lands? This game's hard if I only draw lands for most of it. Problem is, I don't think I can win now. They're at 10, yeah, but sure. It's already at 4. I mean, they really just need like any spells and they win. Evasion. Weird. Oh, it actually has to target that because it won't get a counter because this is a green spell. They got 4 in the air. Will they ship it sideways? And there's no spell pierce there. Lands, please. All right, I mean, that's a pretty good spell. That's what I'm asking for, you know? Like, just give me some monsters rages or something. Like, come on, man. I don't need 30 lands to operate. I need like 4. Good threat. Good cards? Sure. a card to replace itself specifically. Ooh, we're gonna have a time. But Scamp is actually like a very nice card here, unless this is what I think it is. I hate everything about the sand, but I'm playing the Scamp because I think that we're gonna see a bat come in here, and Scamp is just very nice at cleaning that up. Never mind. Yeah. This is a very cool creature, that's for sure. Now they have toxic. There's something I have to worry about. I'm unsure. Attacking. Don't worry. Fantastic. Ever just answer both creatures for free? Fantastic. I know it's very scary for them though. Like, if you've ever played against Scamper and you've just like, it's your turn one threat against you, like everybody knows, like, watch out for that thing, you know? Do I play the Picnic Ruiner because they're like dead to it next turn? Or do I have to play around Path of Peril? I think I do. I'm gonna play Scamp. I'm gonna put Ruckus in the yard. I'm actually gonna hold Slickshot. I think 1 damage isn't worth it to play into a Path of Peril, which might be why they were so eager to just like trade off what they have. You know? So we're just playing around some shenanigans right now. Which is fine. Anger, Monster Rage is gonna be really, really close. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be really close, I think. We get there? I don't want to do the math, to be honest with you. This is +5, I think. Right, so 1 2 3 4 5. So let us make it the draw one for removal. Also, it shuts cut down off. Like, Monster's Rage obviously puts more damage in there, but like, I'm just down to like make sure I draw 2 cards. Because we don't have a lot of burn. Actually, I'm not even sure if we have any burn. But like, Swift Spear here, attack, they'll make a 1/1 lifelinker, but Swift Spear plus Monster's Rage is like enough to get through this. Swift Spear plus 2 Monster's Rages is enough to get through this. I mean, go for it. The Foundry can activate, but if it's a go for the third, this feels like such a blowout. Yeah, sure. Oh, do they respawn here? They do. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. They didn't end up gaining the life there, which is conflicting for sure. Obviously, this. Uh-huh. Oh, that's fine. Can't really stop that. The craziest part is they're dead. That's insane. Yeah, so play this. Let's see if we can't hit another 1-mana spell. I'm pretty sure they're dead, but I'm just going to ensure that they are. Yeah, sweet. Because I know this takes some off, but this is a double striking monster here. Oh, Jesus, that much? This is a 18 double striker? Yeah, my bad, dog. My bad. I saw creatures in the way, and I'm like, you know, maybe. But triple block. I would like, even though it killed them all in one hit, I would like the Death Toucher to be the first one that I kill. Thank you. Yeah, it was way overkill, but I always just like to make sure that I get enough spells in there to ensure that it's over. Especially when it only takes like a second. I wasn't going to tank there, but I'm gonna maul that hand. Like, I feel way more confident in this hand than I did that last one. That last one just seemed, it just seemed like such a setup hand in a format that we're trying to be so fast in. I don't know. Also, the mana was super, super painful. Like, if we were against any aggro deck, like in a mirror, I feel like we'd be really upset. Let's just disguise for now. Let's pretend we're just mono red. And they are gunned. Very cool. Yep. Cast my little Slickshot here. Cast my little slippery scamp. One little bonk in there. Now we just need like a questing druid or ancestral anger. Anything that really draws a card. Even blazing. I don't remember what the last part is. What? They weren't going to use the blood type harvester there? Why am I drawing so many lands, bro? Like, my opponent probably has a Vein Ripper in their hand, just begging for lands. And I'm over here just begging for spells, and I can't get them. Just please, bro. This won't live. I have to protect my Swiss Spear, I guess. I have 19 lands in my deck, dude. Like, what is happening? Holy, bro. I just lose by default this way. Like, I have no chance. Yep, my bad, game. I'm sorry for wanting to play. Like, what is happening? We go first, no green. We have Scamp and some really good spells. Sure. My deck's conditioned me to think I'll draw land, so I'll just play this. Sure. I don't really care if a trade happens here. I have like a significantly better creature, I think. Maybe that trade is just like a bad idea, but here. Yeah. Get him. Now that has to be a lightning strike for Ruiner. Just play with fire won't get it done. Light a hand, they're looking for it, I think. Which, hello? I mean, it's probably going to stay back as a blocker regardless, but not casting that and sleight of handing seems wild to me. But when your life's under this much pressure, I also get it. Does not matter anymore. Welcome to being on the draw against an aggro deck. Yep. Welcome to being on the draw. Like, it's so absurd. It's so absurd. All right, here we are. We're gonna talk about the list. In terms, the first thing I'll get out of the way. In terms of best of one, I do not think this list is very optimal, because I think in best of one you have to play some amount of spot removal. The amount of times that I think we lost today to a Slickshot, that if I just had Play with Fire in my deck, that we are fine. So that is just a best of one thing. I know who I borrowed this list from, which is Tedboy TV. You can watch him on Twitch or whatever, and he has like a YouTube, I think. But I work with him, so you know. But other than that, I actually put these in because I lost a game to aggro because I had too many pain lands. I just couldn't do it anymore. If you watch me long enough, I hate pain lands. Like, I had an opener that was pretty much, you couldn't throw it away if you were against any mid-range deck or like slower deck. It was a perfect hand because you didn't care about the damage lands. And I was on the draw, and I had two of these and the Thran Portal. And it was mono red, and they hit me for exactly lethal when I had lethal on the back end. They put me exactly to 0, and I took 5 damage off these. If I just did not have this many copies of these, I'd win that game, and it was costing me games to have Thran Portal and this in my hand. But other than that, I think we did pretty well. I had a very skewed day. I drew a lot of lands in a lot of games with a really low percentage to do so. So that was also interesting. But to talk about the actual deck and like what we're doing here. So we're pretty much wanting to either establish an early threat or put a ruckus into the exile zone ready to kind of put one to a threat. Something like a Picnic Ruiner is pretty good because it helps to dodge cards like Play with Fire, Cut Down, things like that. So if you're definitely on the play and you put this into, I keep calling it Suspend, I don't know why, but the exile, you plot it. You play Ruiner, you make it a 3/3. Now they have to either exalt a Go for the Throat, in which you will draw a card back because Demonic Ruckus, or commit a little bit more to it, and now you're really primed and ready to pop off in the next following turns with something like Angers and Monstrous Rages to have this deal an absolute absurd amount of damage. And then kind of the same rule applies with Slickshot, but if you have Slickshot, as you can probably tell, we plot it first because the amount of value you can get off of it. You just void the 1 damage. The 1 damage is really never going to make or break a lot of times, like especially in best of one where removal is going to be plenty in hand, things like that, and keeping a 1/2 in play for a whole turn cycle that's a very hot target for people right now is very like tough. The other thing I also like to do in this deck is actually put this in the plot zone and then play a Picnic Ruiner as well and kind of force our opponent to have double removal and be like, which one would you like? Because yes, this doesn't have double strike, but whenever you put a spell on it, it kind of does to an extent because it's getting +2 well. So like it's kind of putting double strike in, not like really, but hopefully that makes sense because if this is a 4/4 does 8, but like if we put 2 spells on it, I mean, this gets significantly better, but there's a reason this has flying and haste because it's a little bit worse technically as a ground creature, but it's good in general. Outside of that, I mean, we're just protecting with this. I'm not entirely sure I like this as much as I would just like an indestructible one because we almost lost a game to like a Brothers Hood in at one point because Snakeskin Ville does not give indestructible. But these are all best of 1 issues. Now, best of 3, he has a sideboard that I would love to show you, but there's 15 cards in there too, but I can't. So you'll have to just like check out the deck list if you want to know it. Outside of that, I'm going to let y'all go. It's going to be a short one today. Kind of the theme of this deck. You can't really get a ton of long games. But outside of that, I hope you all had a good time, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.